That was a really weird transition. Hey guys, I hope you had a great Labor Day weekend. I wanted to give you a quick review of something that I actually went to twice over the weekend. Well, I've gone once so far. I'm going again tonight. It's Sunday, so I'm going to record this and then go again with a friend. But we had got my dad tickets for Father's Day to see Star Wars, the concert series. And so if you're not familiar, it is a series that orchestras can do and perform the music live to the film. And so Disney's promoting it, and it's totally licensed, but this is the program, and you can see this is total Disney branding right here, okay? And they do all of them. So the Cleveland Orchestra is actually doing A New Hope, and they are doing it at Blossom Music Center. If you don't know what Blossom Music Center is, it's a really cool location in Northeast Ohio. It's actually owned by the orchestra now, but it is an amphitheater outdoors, which, yes, in Ohio we have outdoor amphitheaters. They can only be used about half the time, but you know, it's not bad. And they have awesome lawn seats too, so it's kind of affordable because you can go bring a picnic, sit out on the lawn, enjoy concerts. Traffic to get to these places on major concerts like Jason Aldean and Blink-182 is ridiculous. This is a really popular venue. So if you are in Northeast Ohio or local, it's worth the trip if you ever want to go to a concert out there. But anyway, let's talk about the actual concert. Like I said, what they do is the orchestra comes and they perform live the soundtrack from John Williams to the movie. Now, I'd never done one of these before. I was really interested. They've done other movies. They've done Indiana Jones. They did Little Mermaid a couple months ago, which I missed, and I kind of wish I would have done now. But it's a really neat concept, right? So the film has been edited to not have the soundtrack, and then the orchestra performs it live. I wanted to give you some ideas about what that might be like and what my thoughts are, because if it is coming to a city near you, or if one of these concert series things is going to be close by, well, you know what you're getting into. In general, I thought it was really well done, and I actually forgot that I was listening to live music. That's how well done it was. The Cleveland Orchestra is just really good, and if you know about them, you know that they are world-renowned. They tour the globe all the time. This is the 50th anniversary of Blossom, so I've been doing some of these things, but it is just a fun experience, especially to be outside. It was great to go with my dad. The one thing about it being outside, at least for our venue, is it doesn't start till 8:30 because it needs to be dark out. But the flip side is it's done around 11, and then they also do fireworks for you. So that was cool. There is an intermission, just so you know. So the film has also been edited to allow for an intermission. And I guess this is a spoiler, but it's New Hope. So if you don't want to know, fast forward a little bit. But anyway, the intermission takes place right as the Falcon is going into the Death Star. So about halfway through the movie, which the movie is about 2 hours long. So you get about an hour and 10 minutes, and you come back and you get the rest of the movie. I was curious about where they would split it, because I was like, where in this movie do you split it? It's kind of like a cliffhanger. And so I guess that's the best spot to do it. They had some great food and some popcorn too, which is also awesome at the venue. But a couple things that I didn't really enjoy about the experience. There were some times where the orchestra overpowered the audio. Now, I've seen A New Hope countless times. It's probably my least go-to Star Wars movie at this point, because I've seen it so often and there's no real surprises to seeing it again. I can basically recite it. Rogue One helped me with that. It makes me really excited to see it after Rogue One. Every time I watch that film, I'm right into episode 4. So missing some dialogue wasn't that big a deal. I knew what was going on. I knew the plot. I just want to let you know that does occur. Sometimes the mixing just isn't quite there because it's live, right? That's really hard to mix, and you're going more for the orchestra anyway. But again, the orchestra did a phenomenal job with that. I didn't hear one mistake the entire time. Like I said, you also kind of tune them out a bit, and you just kind of sit back and enjoy the movie, which is interesting as well because you forget that they're playing live, and so you just focus on the movie. So are you really experiencing the music the way that you should? I don't know. For me, I'm fine with that. I wanted to go just have the experience. And it was like a father-son thing with my dad. The other gripe I had was they did miss some cues. And I get it. That has got to be one of the hardest things to do as a conductor. If you don't know, I was a music ed major for over 3 years before I changed majors into computer science, which is a total 180. And if you want to talk about that, just leave me a comment below. But it has got to be really hard to make sure you're lined up with all those cues. And the biggest one that I noticed they missed was the zoom out into the credits. They were about a couple seconds late. And it's not the end of the world. It was the first night they were doing it. I'm interested to see tonight if it's the same thing. They might make up for that. Again, totally a small gripe, but it's a review, so I'm going to tell you about it. One other gripe I had was they didn't play the music for the cantina scene. Now, I get that. The instrumentation just probably isn't really there for them to do that, but that was a little bit of a disappointment. I kind of expected them to have like some instruments that they would just pull out. I guess it also gives them a break about halfway through the first act. Not a big deal. thought I'd throw that out there and again let you know. Otherwise, like I said, it was a really fun experience and something I highly recommend. It's probably a great way to introduce your kids to an orchestra and more of a classical style orchestra. Tickets aren't that expensive, at least not here in Cleveland. I think for seats we paid about $50 a person and that got us parking. If you have kids or young children, you know, in an outdoor environment, totally welcome to be there. There were kids making noise, running around, they were selling lightsabers, they were doing everything. It's an excellent way to get them to go to an orchestra concert and then maybe take them to like a Christmas themed one or something like that where they get exposed to a little more traditional musical setting because I don't think that that's something they do a lot anymore. We used to go in school and I'm sure schools still do it, but don't lose the culture of that. Music actually has a great historical purpose and again, being a music ed major, I took music history for a whole year. It has a lot of influence on who we are as a culture. If you've ever gone to one of these concerts, let me know in the comments. If you're interested in one of these concerts, let me know in the comments as well. If you have any questions about the experience that I didn't cover, also hit me up in the comments. Like I said, it was a great experience. I highly recommend it if it's coming to a city near you. So make sure to be on the lookout for that or other concerts of this type. It's a great family experience. Until next time, guys, I hope you have a great week and I will see you soon.
I want one because mine is terrible.